lovely Twitch chat. Hello, it is I, your not so favorite, not so degenerate anime cat girl, and today we are continuing Repurpose. I am very much enjoying this game, even though I only played like the first 2 hours of it, and we didn't really get a lot done. But I'm hyper fixating on it right now. I spent the last weekend or so looking up shit and fan art without spoiling myself because I really want to play this game blind. And I'm totally gonna romance everybody else, off stream, because, yeah, I love mostly everybody. After, streaming, the first bit of this game on, Saturday, I posted a tweet on Twitter that said that I'm having a bisexual crisis, along with a couple of pictures of the characters that I liked. And, apparently, I'm sorry, I'm just still laughing at this. The devs retweeted it. Retweeted it. And that's to be expected because I did use the hashtag. But now pretty much everybody in the fandom knows how much I'm gay for these characters. And it doesn't end there. One of the voice actors liked the tweet. I'm not going to say which character it is because it's a character we haven't got to yet. But one of the VAs liked the tweet. So I'm just like, oh shit, guess she knows that I'm simping now. But it gets worse from there. The voice actor for DJ Roadkill liked the tweet too. So now they know that I'm simping for DJ Roadkill. I swear, if the voice actor for Ramon likes the tweet, I'm gonna fucking die. But yeah, that's my weekend. How's everybody else? Also, I did a bit more research on the characters to make sure I get their pronouns right. And I learned some stuff. Turns out, yes, Mitz is indeed trans. And we also have another trans character. The angel dude, Kale. And also, Noel isn't trans. I mean, I guess he's trans. I mean, he's gender fluid. Which is, I think, under the trans umbrella. He is gender fluid, and he alternates between he or she pronouns. So, I was kind of right, kind of wrong, but yes. Devs, if you're watching this, I'm sorry for being such a freaking whore for these characters, but at the same time, I'm not. That's your fault for making such good not characters with good voice acting. Alright, with that in mind, let us continue. Let us get some daddy demon dick. Well, Yui, welcome to Casa de Ramon. It's not much, but it's home for me. Stepping into the penthouse, I realized it looks just as luxurious as I thought it would. The living room is huge and expansive with decorative glass on the windows and around the stairwell as well. Though the pictures on the wall draw my attention. It looks like Ramon with family. Ramon interrupts my thoughts before I can think too hard on them. Now I know the place looks big, but there's actually only 2 bedrooms. One is mine and the other one isn't a guest room, so he won't be able to sleep in that one, unfortunately. Oh, I'm guessing that's for his daughter. Oh, there's a little picture of her as a baby. Cute. But the couch is plenty comfortable. I made sure of that myself, so he shouldn't have any issues sleeping. Oof, did his ex-wife put him on the couch? If so, then oof. And of course you're free to snack on anything I have in the fridge and cupboards for now. Except the gummy snacks, those are reserved. Gummies as in they're for the kid, or gummies as in they're edibles. Either way, there may be a 50-50 chance I will indeed touch them. But if you want to punish me for that, I am totally fine with that, and I'll just steal all of them, no big deal. Oh, sure thing. Was Ramon a fan of gummies? Though before my thoughts can run too far with a thought, I feel a yawn escape my lungs, my hand only reaching up to catch in the nick of time. Seems someone's pretty tired already. No worries, I understand. You've been through a lot today, and we've got a lot planned for tomorrow. I'll go ahead and set the bed so you can get some rest. It doesn't take Ramon long to turn the couch into a bed, tossing a spare blanket and a couple of pillows onto the red seats. I sit down on the bed to gauge how comfortable it is, and he wasn't kidding. It really is comfortable. Alright, you sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. Are there really bed bugs in hell? Guess you'll have to keep an eye out for them, huh? With that...
Hasta luego.
Oh god, I love him. With that ominous sentence, Ramon closed the door to his room, leaving me with a makeshift bed. I contemplate what I should do for the moment, but before I can think too hard on the subject, a wave of exhaustion hits me like a ton of bricks. I guess dying really takes a lot out of you. I must have been ignoring how tired my body felt, but thinking back, I've been exhausted since I reached limbo. But now that I'm in hell, I'm hoping my body really will start adjusting to the changes. Especially if I can just get my hands on my death report. I need to know how I died. That was the last thought that went through my head as I fell asleep on Ramon's couch. Oh? I'm startled awake by the sound of the front door, causing me to fall off the couch with a loud yelp. The landing wasn't soft either. Ramon's carpet is basically paper thin. Ouch, ouch, ouch! I rubbed my sore butt as the knocking seems to intensify. Whoever's there seems really peeved for some reason. Damn it! You're here already? I can hear Ramon's voice above me. Seems he wasn't able to sleep through this noise either. Hey, Yui, could you get the door for me? Just tell them I'm still getting ready. Ramon's voice calls down for me from the top of the stairs. Yeah, sure thing. I guess that's the least I can do for letting me stay here. Answer the door. Oh! Oh my god, that's his daughter! Oh, she's so cute! Oh, I just want to pinch her little cheeks. Listen, I know I said a million times that I don't want kids, but I think a demon kid would be fine since the bad behavior would be encouraged. Also, damn, is that the ex-wife? Shitty! Listen, I was worried I was gonna have to be like home wrecker, but I'll still wreck her if you know what I'm saying. Twitch, please don't ban me. She eyes me sharp before pushing past me into the apartment. Rude.
Don't bother introducing yourself. I don't care who you are.
Oh. Yes, ma'am.
Where's Ramon?
He's getting ready. Who are you exactly? She eyes me again, looking as if she wants to file her nails on the back of my eyes for even asking her that.
Irene! You're not supposed to be here today.
Oh, that's Irene! Yeah, you know that, like, the first voice actor, who liked my tweet? That's her voice actor. She liked my tweet. Ramon steps out of the bedroom, a confused frown on his face as he eyes the woman. In fact,
I was expecting a delivery. The company said the driver would be here around 9:30 for my signature.
Hardly important, but that twink ran away right after he saw me.
Ooh, damn.
Smartest man I've met in the last few years.
Ooh.
And I was really looking forward to getting that Roomba.
Aww. I'm sorry, Ramon. You deserve that Roomba. Irene sends Ramon the flattest look I had ever seen. Sorry, but, what's going on? This is Irene, my former wife. And our child, Ariel. Hi, Daddy. Morning, mijo.
Morning.
Oh, did not mean to, skip his dialogue, I'm sorry. For once, Ramon's tone gets really soft and I dare say cutesy. Ariel smiled up at him with sparkling wide eyes.
Which is why I'm here. I can't watch Ariel today. I'm in dire need of a day off and can't wait for tomorrow.
Bitch, yes you can! Parenting has no days off! I understand, but I kind of have company today, Irene. I'm busy. Busy what? Drawing mustaches on hobos? Oh! What? I glance in the mirror nearby and see that I indeed have a mustache drawn on my face with a magic marker. Ramon, you dick. Also, I am not a hobo. Excuse me, bitch. I guess that's the risk of staying at a stranger's house Ramon warned me about. I grab a spare cloth and start scrubbing my face while the two of them continue talking. Irene huffs, shaking her head at Ramon.
Ariel has just been such a handful recently. They can't do anything by themselves and come to me for everything.
Oh, first, they use they, them pronouns. Okay, my apologies. I did not mean to misgender them. And second, well, of course they can't do anything for themselves. They're like 7, you broad.
I've practically no time to myself.
There's no such thing as a break in parenthood. That's why I don't want kids. Wait, isn't that what kids do? That's how kids are, though. Ramon looks about as confused as I feel, though it seems he's already lost his debate. Irene gently pushes Ariel into Ramon's direction before simply turning around and exiting the apartment.
I need this day off now.
Bitch, you can wait another day. I'm trying to get some.
I've got a particularly large assignment I need to accomplish tomorrow night, and I can't handle it if I'm dealing with all this stress.
Oh my god, shut up.
You think they'd account for all the overtime recently, but no! I'm the only one available to take care of this! If I don't take this day off, then I'm not going to have a day off for the next 3 weeks, Ramon. So, you're going to look after Ariel today. Do I make myself clear?
Yeah. With that seemingly settled, Irene turns around and starts walking out the door, still grumbling to herself as she does.
I slave over burning plains of torment and damnation and righteous fury and...
Okay, you're not even gonna say goodbye to, like, your own kid. Okay, bitch. Whatever. I'll be this kid's new mom if I have to, but that does not mean I'm a MILF. Her voice only fades once the door finally closes and Ramon and I turn to meet each other's gazes. They both look at Ariel. Well, I suppose this puts a wrench in our plans. Despite this, Ramon smiles jovially, bending down, scooping up Ariel with a grin. Aww, he's such a good dad. I love him.
How's my favorite little bundle of hellfire doing today?
Ramon shifts to meet her entirely, beginning to coo at Ariel, the kid giggling and laughing at their father's antics. Then there's just me, just standing there, watching. From demon daddy to demon father. Oh, he's still a daddy. Trust me, bitch. He's still a daddy. I wasn't expecting that. In fact, should I even stay here now? I wasn't expecting him to have this kid with him. Am I intruding? Or is it rude if I just leave? I guess I could stick around. Ramon suddenly looks back up, as if I'm just realizing I'm still here. Oh, Yui, right, sorry. I got a little caught up there. I'm really sorry about Irene. She's a whole thing. If you want to go, I absolutely understand. It's fine, actually. I don't mind you having Ariel around. I mean, they live here. Besides, it hardly seems like it was your choice. And it's not like I have anything else to do. Well, I appreciate it.
It is what it is.
That said, it's unlikely we'll be able to get your death report today. Ariel frowned deeply and began to sniffle in Ramon's arms. Am I not supposed to be here, Daddy? No. Sweetie, you can stay here. You can stay as long as you want. I mean, I know you live here, but still. Listen, I've only known Ariel for like 5 minutes, but if anything were to happen to that child, I will literally kill everyone here and then myself. Oh wait, once again, I am dead.
Ariel.
No, mijo. It's absolutely fine. I'm so happy to have you here. Ramon sends a pleading look my way as Ariel slowly stops crying. Looks like my documents will be waiting for another day. Here, I'll make you a snack, alright? Would you mind waiting here with Yui? Can I have some chilaquiles? I feel like I butchered that, and I am so sorry to like my Spanish fans and friends, because I am so fucking white I cannot even pronounce that. Of course. Can I have them with that special cheese pattern? Absolutely. Ramon disappears into the kitchen to properly cast some sort of dark magic or whatever goes on in Hell's Kitchen. Ah, clever. This kid that I am now alone with. Aww. Are you my new mommy? Oh no! Oh no! No, kid. No. I mean. Listen. I do want to marry your dad. But but even if I were to marry him, I would just be the stepmommy and not the actual mommy. And plus, I'm not a MILF. Not a MILF. Not a MILF. I hope so. My mommy's really mean. Oh, Ariel. Oh. Well, I'm a friend of your dad's. It's nice to meet you, Ariel. It's nice to meet you too, Miss Hobo. Miss Hobo! Okay, you were lucky you were so stinking cute in that I want to bone your dad. Because if you called me that, I would have freaking slapped the shit out of you. Cute kid. I guess I can make conversation with Ariel while Ramon is busy. How old are you, Ariel? What gender are you, Ariel? I'm not gonna ask about their gender because I might be kind of rude, so I'm just gonna ask how old they are. I'm this many. Ariel holds up all 5 fingers on the right hand and 2 on the left. Yeah, they're 7. I see. I wasn't sure what else to say or do, but just the 2 of us just stare at each other. I feel myself sweat a little, nervous about saying or doing the wrong thing or risk upsetting Ramon.
Chilaquiles are ready!
Oh, chilaquiles. Also, damn, they look really good. And oh, little Ariel, look at them, they're so baby. Oh, thank God. Ramon returns carrying 2 plates of chilaquiles. Yay, chilaquiles!
I made some for you as well. I hope you enjoy.
Oh, I'll try it at least. Oh, well, thank you, Ramon. I took the plate from Ramon and I looked it over. It seems for the dish, Ramon fried the tortillas and spread cheese in the shape of a pentagram with a side of refried beans. Yay! Thanks, Daddy! They look so yummy! Well, Ariel seems pretty happy with the dish, and I'm not going to turn down free food. And I bite into it. It's definitely better than I was expecting it to be. Could use a bit of sauce, though. I glance over at Ariel again, who is filling their mouth with the food, puffing their cheeks out like they're a little chipmunk. Aww. It's actually really adorable. Smaller chunks and chew your food, Ariel. Ariel murmurs something that sounds like a response, though it's hard to tell with their mouth full. Ariel swallows the food in her mouth and starts taking smaller bites, earning a few head pats from Ramon, which puts a big smile on Ariel's face. So, did Ariel, get here like me? I laid my fork about not quite sure how to ask about dead kids casually. Thankfully, Ramon seems to understand where I'm going with this, and Ariel seems more interested in her food. It's the same situation as it would be on Earth. Death doesn't exactly stop procreation, at least for us demons. Promoted and full-fledged demons alike can have kids as they please. Oh. The fact that he casually explained that while, his child is right there, but then again, they're just busy eating. Huh. So new life can be made in the afterlife, and death is just a waiting queue afterwards? Definitely sounds like hell would have an overpopulation problem then, wouldn't it? As I'm thinking about the philosophical nature of eternal life continuing to propagate, Ariel burps pretty loudly, indicating they finished eating, which has also left their mouth caked in leftover bits of food. Well, someone's a messy eater now, aren't they? Ramon chuckles as he kneels down to wipe away the bits of food off Ariel's face. Seems to enjoy being pampered by their dad. It was good, though. I love when Daddy cooks for me. Mommy just has some butler do it. It's not the same, or as good. Ramon finishes wiping Ariel's face down and moves to toss the rag away. With Ramon distracted, Ariel looks at me with those big ol' orbs of theirs. We stare at each other intently for several seconds before Ariel blinks and rubs their eyes. Ah, okay, you win. Aw, we were having a little staring contest. Aww, I love them. I didn't realize you were having a staring contest, but okay, I'll take the win. Looks like they're thinking about something before an imaginary light bulb goes off in their head. I know another game we can play. Just before I can ask what game, Ariel spontaneously combusts into a cloud of pink smoke. They're fucking dead. Oh god, I killed a child. And it isn't even in kindergarten. I leap from my chair in surprise and panic, having no idea what just happened. And having seen what a devoted and loving father Ramon is, I'm double dead if he thinks I did anything to his kid. Ariel? Ariel! Just as I feel like I'm starting to panic, I sense something climbing its way up my leg, over my back, and up my shoulders. I glance over in time to see an orange ferret, having perching itself happily on my shoulder. Oh, it's so cute! Oh, they're so cute! Oh. I'm sorry. I know I keep going on and on about how cute this kid is, but now they're double the cute. Now they're a freaking ferret. Oh. Also, I guess that's what the little peach thing is for. It's not for like an animal, it's for Ariel. It then proceeded to boot my nose as it giggled with Ariel's voice. Ariel? Are you a ferret? No, I'm 7! Fucking love this kid. Ariel booped my nose again as I tried to give a totally not weirded out type of laugh at the prospect of a child transforming into an animal. This is hell after all. I probably shouldn't be so surprised that children, especially a demon child, could just do that. And you're it! There, Ariel then jumped from my shoulder and onto the floor, disappearing into the living room. At the same time, Ramon reappeared from the kitchen, looking fairly amused by my confused reaction. Kids not your thing, Yui? I don't mind them. I like kids. I hate kids. I don't really mind them. Kids are fine. I just don't mind them at all. An understandable point of view. Then you wouldn't mind helping me entertain Ariel for today? Not at all. Great. Because you're it after all. And don't worry. I'll help you look after the little weasel. I'm not a weasel. I'm 7. 7 seconds away from getting snuggled. Where'd you go? We chased Ariel around the apartment for a good hour or so. It's rather impressive the places they would hide themselves in order to hide from us. Even in the smallest of cracks, they would just slip right in and reappear in another location. I gotcha! Caught Ariel by the tail after finding them in their latest hiding spot. They responded by curling into my arms and giving it a little nibble, though not hard enough to actually hurt. Ow! Ariel, no biting. We talked about this. Fair Ariel flinched as Ramon reprimanded them and climbed off my arm back onto the floor. Another puff of pink smoke, and they were back to their normal child self. Ariel gave a little yawn and slowly blinked her eyes at us, showing clear signs of drowsiness. I think it's nap time for the little princess. Ariel just gave a little happy sleepy nod and headed over to the large peach pet house bed in the living room. Ramon handed them a pillow and blanket from the couch, and they were fast asleep within seconds. Ariel sleeps in the little pet house? Trust me, I've got a whole room for them that is fully furnished and decorated upstairs, and they always choose the pet house. Aww. I'm not gonna tell them no if that's what they want, Though I know it doesn't exactly look good on my part. Hey, I think it makes you look fine. You're letting your kid do what they want while not letting them be in harm's way. What's not respectable about that?
I see.
Well, I appreciate that, Yui. Ah, I saw that blush. You think I didn't see that, but I saw that blush. Woohoo! I think there's a slight blush in the cheeks from that comment. Well, we've got like an hour or two before they wake up from their nap, so how about some hell flex and chill? What do you mean by that? Like, do you actually mean like hell flex and chill, or do you mean hell flex and chill? Because either way, I am down. I blushed and I looked back and forth from the peach house to Ramon as he chuckles into his hand. I mean literally. Aw. Sure, I'm down. Come on, ask some restraint. I wouldn't do that in the same room as my fucking kid. Besides, all that running around has me tired, and I could use a moment to sit down. Plus, a new season of Heated Passions dropped, and I've been dying to catch up. What's it about? Ramon's eyes lit up as he ushered me to take a seat next to him before digging around the couch for the remote. It's great. It's got everything. Action, romance, drama, queer representation, complex interpersonal relationships. Everyone's hot as fuck. Huh. Sounds like this game in a nutshell. A moon cult? Whoa, that sounds pretty fucking dope. I mean, the cult thing probably isn't accurate to this game, but everything else sounds accurate to this game. Though there's this plotline where the lawyer is cheating on his wife with his secretary. That's kind of been the most controversial part of the series, and I've been wanting to see how that mess gets resolved. Sheesh, and Irene thought our marriage was toxic. You're only selling me harder on the show. Wanna binge watch it? Yes, please.
How very interesting.
Finally, someone I can share my hyperfixation with. Hyperfixation? Oh, is he autistic? Hey, yo! Autism for Autism couple once again. Let's go! I was gonna, like, ask if there was, like, any, like, autism rep in this game. Like, I didn't expect Ramon to be autistic, but I'm not complaining. Irene never really liked this show with me. She says she's not a fan of live-action stuff. As opposed to what? Anime. Aw, and why did you have to dump her? You never dump the anime bitches, dude. But then again, I'm glad you dumped her so we could be together, so that's not too bad. Ramon fished the remote from the couch, put on Hellflix, popped up some popcorn, and we started watching Heated Passions from the first season. Ramon seemed excited to be able to share this with someone, and I could see why, as he listed off random trivia from the show's production. The drama and suspense of each episode left me with, even after each episode was done, my eyes were glued onto the screen. Time flew by so fast, I didn't notice that Arya had woken up till they asked their dad to make them a snack, to which Ramon had to pause the video to fetch them something to eat. After that, Arya busted open the toy box and we played with their collection of toys, building blocks and puzzles. It was a fun, pleasant evening of babysitting Ariel, and I got to see a side of Ramon that I hadn't expected from the man. Honestly, no one could take him for a playboy type with how charming he played himself as. So seeing him at one point having a wife and the dedication he showed to raising his kid, even after divorce, was a surprise. Just goes to show how you really can't judge a book by its cover. At around 8 p.m., Ramon had tucked Ariel into his bed and read the small child a bedtime story. It was the tale of Little Red Riding Hood, but the Brothers Grimm version, where the wolf ate the grandma, and later Little Red when she arrived at the home. Isn't that just the normal version? Like, that's the normal version I usually heard. God, that must be why my childhood must be so fucked up. The story ends with the hunter cutting the two free from the wolf's stomach and the big bad wolf being turned into a throw rug for the grandma's house. Yeah, this is just the normal version! The moral of the story, or the one that Ramon made up for it, was that once he is of old age, Arya should visit him as often as they can see, so he doesn't get eaten by a wolf or fall into a similar fate. To which Arya responded with, "Daddy's never going to grow old," and Ramon thanks Arya for that reminder, but asks Arya to do so anyway. God damn it, they're so cute. The back and forth ends with Ramon giving Arya a kiss on the forehead and the child drifting off to sleep. Ramon keeps the door open a bit and turns on a nightlight so Ariel can find their way out so should they need to. We spend the rest of the night watching Ramon's favorite show, which is quickly becoming my favorite as well. Ramon had us wrapped up in our blankets and we were all well into season 2 before I started to fall asleep. It had been a long, exciting day and my heart still ached for the mystery surrounding my death. Having spent it with Ramon and Ariel made me forget about it just long enough for me to pass out on the couch. It's early in the morning when I wake up again, sitting up on the couch to the sound of the door closing. I bring my eyes clear of sleep, I think, as a fuzzy image clears itself in my vision. It's Ramon, just a few inches away from my face. Oh! I leap back and I let out a cry of surprise, stumbling out of the couch and hitting the floor with a loud thud. Sleep. Sleep well, Yui? You're out like a light. Can't say I blame you, though. Ariel's a little energetic one. Yeah, it was a lot.
It is what it is.
Sorry again about the interruption. I wasn't expecting Irene to drop by like that, but the schedule should be cleared today to get your papers. Since I just got back from dropping off Ariel, I'm ready whenever you are. Oh, perfect. I scramble up off the couch and dart into the bathroom to freshen up quickly. It doesn't take very long, and soon I'm back in the living room, following Ramon out the door. Alright, looking fresh, Yui. Thank you, sir.
Come on, this thing is still warm and I don't need to grab anything but you.
Ayo? Ramon winks at me as he grabs me by the shoulder. I stutter out a response as I flush again. I think I might be missing Ariel if this side of Ramon is going to resurface. Right behind you, the stinger? I asked hesitantly, half expecting some sort of innuendo. My car. It's all Irene left for me after the divorce. Ah! Ouch. Right, sorry about that. Don't worry yourself too much about it, Mija. Ramon reassures me things are fine, but I can't help but feel like he might be straining himself just to say that. He leads me back downstairs and out a gleaming red floor door. A sedan it might be, but its sleek lines scream sports car. At the very least, there are worse things to be left in a divorce. I climb into the passenger seat, Ramon holding the door for me with another dumb grin before climbing in himself a moment later. As we start to drive, a few questions bubble in my mind. Can you tell me more about yourself? Ask about Irene, ask about Ariel. It's a tough one. If I ask about Ariel, he might be really happy about that because he really loves his kid. So, I'm just gonna save real quick, just in case she's gonna save real quick. No, I'm gonna save here. There we go. Okay. What's childlike in hell for a kid? They have good schools down here? Tuition? Of course we have good schools down here. The first earthly sim was centered around knowledge, after all. Ariel's classes aren't that different from earthly classics. Basic math, ABCs, and the like. Only difference is that the teachers are the ones that teach them about profanity and such instead for their classmates. So it's an Australian school. Gotcha. I have no idea if Ramon is pulling my leg or not, though from some of the words I shared with Ariel themselves, he probably isn't. Our schools are targeted specifically at what kind of demon are attending. Given our various powers, we all need to learn how to use them. An imp like Ariel can turn into an animal, as you saw. Yeah, they're, rather bitey as a ferret. Ah, that just means they like you. Don't worry about it too much. That said, you've had a rabies shot, right? I am the rabies. What? Ramon lets out a hearty laugh, more than a little amused by both my outburst and renewed blush. Oh, come on, Mija. You can't keep letting me get you like that. Anyways, self-expression is a pretty big deal down here in hell. So Irene and I know it's important for Ariel to express himself, even if that means turning into a ferret for most of the day. Anything else they can figure out themselves when they're older. Oh, so I guess, like, they're the type of parents who don't really, like, have, like, their child go by a specific gender and they just let them do whatever they want. I respect it. They're such good parents. I mean, well, at least Ramon is. Irene likes anime. The last thing Ariel needs is people telling them what they can or can't be. Sounds like you made a pretty good dad for Ariel. That's how I really want to be. Ariel deserves a better father than I had. Unlike Irene, Ramon seems to be more than happy to talk about Ariel. The glow in his eyes, the tenderness in his voice tells me that alone. Ha! I made the right choice. As the car continued on, the screen on the center console shifted as Ramon's phone began to ring. The name read Arrow, earning a furrowed brow and a frown from Ramon. He tapped the screen, answering the call. Surely it's not that Arrow. In case y'all don't know, Arrow is, I think, one of the artists in this game. They're part of the game team. And I've been a fan of their art, like, since the Tumblr days, like, back in, like, 2018 or 19. So surely it can't be that Arrow, right? If it is, that's hilarious. Ramon, we need you down here right now. We're having a problem with a client. How pressing are we talking? Pressing enough to seriously rock our finances.
Ay, dear Lucifer.
Ramon let out a loud, frustrated sigh, glaring at the screen for a moment before eyeing me with a frown. I'm really sorry about this, but it seems like we're going to have another interruption. With any luck, it won't be but a few minutes, but I don't really have a choice here. It's hard not to be disappointed, I suppose. Even in the afterlife, life manages to get in the way of plans. However, this does sound serious, and I do kind of have all the time in the world to get my papers. What's a little more time with Ramon? Exactly, I'm not exactly complaining, please. Let me spend a lot of time with Ramon. Specifically, right next to him. Maybe, with my face buried in his titties. That's fine, it sounds important. We can try again tomorrow, so lead the way. Ramon visibly relaxes in his seat, shooting me a warm smile of appreciation. Thank you, I promise, I'll make it up to you. What do you mean by that? I'll make it up to me, huh? Looking forward to it's not a problem. Looking forward to it. Twitch, forgive me for I am about to sin. I am about to take this man into my bed and do many unspeakable things. Amen. Actually, not amen, but, whatever the opposite of that is. well, maybe that'll need to be sooner than later. Oh god. My bisexuality's acting up again. Shit. Ramon turned the car around at the next exit before turning down another couple of streets as we found ourselves on what appears to be a red light district. Isn't that, like, everywhere in hell? Or at least in the Lust Ring? Like, everywhere is a red light district. As the car rolled up to a stop, I found myself looking up at a giant neon sign of a busty woman with glasses and a clipboard. She sat back, kicking her foot up in the air, right above the glowing neon name. Synotherapy? I can't fucking read! A strip club? Ramon laughs. Not exactly. Here, follow me and you'll see. Ramon steps out first, me following closely behind. Ayo, am I gonna see some demon strippers? Am I gonna see some demon titties, ayo? Heading inside, I can see what he means as it's certainly not what I expected. Neon lights, distant, faintly pulsing bass music, the kind of stuff I had been expecting. Even the scene of scantily clad women with modest breasts twerking in the face of a client was what I was expecting. What I wasn't expecting was the conversation I ended up overhearing. So, from what it sounds like, your friends only want the best for you, even if it seems like they're being overbearing and nagging. Yeah, I guess I'm just scared of being the problem, you know? Ayo, the strippers are therapists? Okay, I'm literally willing to, like, give up the rest of my lives, like, just to go to hell, just so I can have a stripper therapist, ayo. Everyone's worried about being the problem, sugar, but if you focus so hard on that, you'll never start working towards a solution. Alright, I'll bite. What's going on? Ramon seems to be quite a fan of laughing at me, as here he is, doing it again. What does it look like? It's just simple therapy. It's far easier to talk about personal problems when the conscious mind is elsewhere after all. Besides, they're all medically licensed and it certainly gets results, so what's the issue? Ah! Ah, it's Arrow! Ah! It's Arrow Mod! It's Arrow! Ah! The issue is that one of our clients wants to press charges. A young guy walks up, clearly some sort of an on-site manager given how stressed out he looks. Oh yeah, apparently, fun fact. My birthday is apparently, also their death day. Like, I think that was like an April Fool's prank or something like that. Or it was, like, a simple, like, post about, like, meeting the mods. But apparently I share, my birthday shares their death date. Which is fucking hilarious to me. What happened, Arrow? One of the girls' heels broke while working a client and she fell on her. The client wants to sue for reparations. Now that I think about it, I can hear a rather angry voice in the background. I came here for therapy, not to get tits in my face! Speak for yourself, bitch. I would happy get tits in my face, especially yours. Hello, queen. Wait. That's not Irene, right? Or is that just... Okay, I think it's just a normal demon. I thought that was Irene for a second there. They came to a strip club and therapy combo place not expecting to get tits in the face? That, sounds like a bit of a contradiction here. Maybe so, but we had to take any legal action that may pursue seriously. Hell doesn't play around with jurisdictions. Well, that's quite the pickle. How soon is this gonna pan out? Do any of us even have a lawyer? We're in hell, Yui. Do you know how many of them end up down here? I'm guessing a lot. Lawyers make up around a sixth of Hell's population. There are probably a few in here already. Well, I suppose. Someone's suing someone? Oh, is someone in need of prosecution? I'll do it for half the price. Hey, better call us all. Hey, enough. The angry voice from earlier approaches, making herself known. Oh dear. A towering Mammon woman. I thought that said mama for a second. Cause she does look like a mommy. Hello. A towering Mammon woman strides over to us with purpose and furious intent. She even looks to have a head up on Ramon, glaring at him furiously behind her half-moon glasses. Hey Ramon, how much do we need to make a Kickstarter just to get her as a romance option? Because listen. I'm not saying I am down bad for almost every character in the game, but whoever this woman was in life, she must have been pants-pissingly scary. Bordering on 7 feet tall before the horns, dressed in a dark suit with wide squared shoulders and an air of self-confidence that would make some public speakers cry. Oh, she is 7 foot tall. I love women. All this despite dabbing a bloody tissue to her nose. Even Ramon took a small step back, eyes widening. I don't need some pathetic bottom feeder looking for a case to make a quick buck. I myself am a lawyer and am perfectly capable of prosecuting this establishment myself. Oh, that explains it. Camilla LeBlanche, freelance attorney. Be prepared because I'm about to sue your pathetic self for everything you own. Camilla LeBlanche. Hello, ma'am. Well, this is gonna go well. Yui, do me a favor and go look around the stage she was being serviced at. See if you can find anything while I talk to her. Talk to therapist, check stage, get security footage. Check the stage. I take a closer look at the stage where the therapist was performing. It seems her trip left a small scuff mark on the stage, probably where her heel dug into the material. There's also spilled drink around here. It smells alcoholic. Maybe the client was a little intoxicated? Not sure if that will hold up in court. Talk to the therapist. Oh, she's so cute! Oh! Why does she look like me, kind of? Well, not really, but still. She kind of, like, reminds me of me if I were a frickin', like, succubus or stripper therapist, I guess. I love her! She's so cute! I make my way over to the therapist that was servicing Camilla. Oh dear, am I in trouble? No, I'm helping Ramon with his defense. Anything you can say that can help us out a lot? What's your name, ma'am? Natalie. When I'm working, I just go by Nana. Could you tell me what happened here? Well, I was performing my job as usual when the client started getting a little handsy. Is that allowed? Technically, if you're out here on the show floor, no, you're not supposed to get handsy with the staff. That sort of thing is saved for the VIP rooms or the deep psychological dive treatments. I assumed this was a bit more than a casual touch. She was getting a good feel of my thigh when I tripped. Okay, never mind. I don't like Camilla anymore. Fuck Camilla. All my homies hate Camilla. Arrow, take back my request. Take back my request for a route with Camilla. I take that back. I see. I'll keep that in mind. Well, that'll help with the trial at least. Ask if Nana's alright. Huh? Oh, it's just... Nana sighs, looking rather downcast as her knuckles bump into each other while she fidgets. That woman said she was going to sue the boss for all his money. I feel awful if that happened because of me. Ramon takes such good care of all of us that we don't have to worry about the more scummy patrons trying to take advantage of us without properly paying for those services. We even have dental and optical as part of our health insurance benefits. Oh, you have dental? Shit, I don't have dental. Maybe I might have to talk to Ramon about working here. I mean, I'm not a good therapist, but I can twerk with my non-existent ass. And I really just like working here too. I never would have imagined working in a strip club back when I was alive. I only did it because I couldn't find normal counseling work in the Lust Circle anymore. But since coming here, the other girls, boys, staff, and especially Ramon have been so welcoming, and dancing has felt liberating to me. I simply don't want it to end. And it'll be hard on Ramon if he had to find another therapist during such a sensitive time too. Please, you have to help him! I'll do my best. Get security footage. Aha! Security camera. I probably caught everything that happened on stage, of course. I quickly walk over to the manager that was on site who seems to be tacking away at their phone. Arrow, was it? Yep, that's me. Who are you and how do you know my boss? Yui, and it's a long story, but basically helping him would also mean helping me. Oh, are you here for a job? Yes. Yes, I am, please. I would love to work here. We're kind of heavy on the female staff as is, but it's Ramon's call, I guess. And I'm not going to say no to interviewing a pretty girl like yourself. Oh! Listen. Please don't call me pretty. I am already simping for your boss. I don't want to simp for you too. We require a therapist to show proof of license to practice mental health when applying. Oh, I didn't go to college. How's your dancing though? We do paid training, but it helps if you already have some experience. No. I'm not here for a job. I feel myself getting flustered at the idea of working the pole as it gives Arrow a good laugh. So what's up? Did you need something from me? If it's a dance, I'm not working on deck today. Sorry. Oh, okay. No, it's not that. I wanted to ask for a copy of security footage from the incident. Huh? Oh yeah, that'll totally be helpful in seeing what happened. Let me go get that for you. It takes us a few minutes, but Arrow returns with tape in hand. Bees old bub, we're still using tape for recording or security? What's wrong with that? Nothing really, since our bouncers can usually beat off creeps. And not in the way they like it, mind you. But what if this particular tape gets damaged, tampered, or even stolen? Ramon would be so screwed. Physical media could just be cool novelty for collectors, but it's all about archiving to the cloud where it'll never go away. So as long as the servers are still up, well, yeah. We're getting off topic. Commit aside, you're right. Here you go, Yui. Oh, they're a fucking weeb. You're just like me for real. But seriously, I hope this helps you and Ramon with that scary but hot lady. She hands the tape to me with an optimistic nod. Ask if Arrow is alright. You seem rather calm in the situation. Oh, I'm actually streaming on the inside. Oh. But I want to be one of the club's social media managers if I could keep calm under pressure. Club and social media manager? And I prefer it on Thursdays too. Oh, it's only Tuesday, fuck! That's a lot of jobs for one person to do. I get bored of doing one job for too long, like I do with genders. Social media including, as much as I like getting into fake beefs with other companies on Hellspace and making memes. Okay, so I'm guessing like the, like Arrow, they use, like any pronouns. Thankfully, Ramon has been pretty accommodating of my ADHD and uses she or they for me sometimes. Not that I care too much about the latter, but it is sweet how considerate he is. So I really don't want to try my luck elsewhere, at least not for a while. Oh, do you have other plans? Sort of. See, back on Earth, I used to be a model of a pretty dedicated following. I think I was part of that following. Guys like me are a pretty niche subculture to be into, but I made myself stand out enough that even people outside my sphere knew who I was. For better or for worse. But since I got here a few years ago, I have way more competition in that field. Twinkie little femboys are a dime a dozen down here in the Lust Circle, and in a realm where there are demons who can shapeshift their image, mine isn't that special anymore. I'm sorry to hear that. That kind of begs the question though. Why not try to get promoted to demon status? Having any of the demon-type powers and traits will make you appeal to a wider demographic, and I'm pretty sure most humans down here are demon fuckers anyway. It's true! I'm a demon fucker! Air looks at me kind of surprised I said that. Shit, did I say something wrong? I mean, I did consider it at one point, but it's a little daunting to just throw away my soul just for clout. Throw away your soul? Oh, I'm guessing you need to sell your soul for that. I mean, well, I still have like 7 lives left, so it won't really be too much of a deal for me. You do know what happens when you become a promoted demon, right? After the 100-year trial thing? You become a full-fledged demon, and demons don't have souls, and within a soul, you'll never reincarnate back on Earth, you know? Whoa, really? I didn't know that. Yeah, they make that clear to you when you get scouted. You get to live forever in the afterlife, at least, but I don't know. There's some people who might not get sent to hell that I want to see again. Even if it's a 1 in a million chance that we do. I can think of a few people I'd like to see again if given even the slightest chance. Well, I have something to consider if I ever want to undergo the demodification process. Glad I could be of insight. You should get going before I blabber on even more, because I will if you let me. Right, thank you for the information. I don't know how much of what Arrow said was actually helpful to the case, but it was a nice chat anyway. Well, I'm sure I got everything I need to handle a court case with Ramon here. Not that I've ever really needed to done that sort of thing before, but hey, first time for everything. As I approach Ramon, he seems relieved to see me. Ah, good, Yui, the trial's about to start. Wait, what? Just before I can question how that's possible, the area goes pitch black as the ground suddenly starts to rumble underneath my feet. Is this fucking Danganronpa now? Because I am not prepared for more Danganronpa. I'm pretty sure I can hear hissing steam and the sounds of platforms moving about, but before long, the lights came back. Why is there a fucking judge's stand here? And in the center of the room is a courtroom? We're having a trial right here, right now? No time like the present. I'm pretty sure there's all sorts of things wrong with this scenario. I guess I should have assumed that you could make man-shift hearings in hell. The justice system is certainly spirited here on Earth. Great, so we're just doing Ace Attorney now. God damn it. We need to wait on the judge now. One's likely being summoned for our cases nearby. Wait, what about our lawyer? I already took everything but my car. I can't afford a lawyer. Wait, what? So you're a broke bitch? Alright, fine. I'm fine with dealing with a broke bitch, because I'm also a broke bitch. So no, therapy usually breaks even. Makes just enough for me to pay everyone and afford my apartment. Wait, isn't there lawyers here? We can describe one of the lawyers here. If we lose this, we're both screwed, Mija. Well, shit! Puff of smoke rolls over the podium up front, which I assume signals the judge arriving. Instead of someone in a long black robe, Faye appears in the seat looking confused and in the middle of mixing a drink. Hello, mommy, ma'am. Not mommy, ma'am. Chat, please don't clip that. Glancing our way, she doesn't look happy. Oh, lovely. Was I the only one nearby? Really? Faye, you're a judge? It's my day job, you could say. Now let's make this quick. I was about to make just the most delightful Sazerac. Faye looks down at her podium, shuffling around the papers placed there.
Let's see here. The case of Sinho Therapy versus Camilla LeBlanche, suing for reparations over injury and unwanted breasticular contact.
And so the trial began. Prosecution, you may present your case. With pleasure, Your Honor. At 2:30 p.m. today, I had gone to Sinho Therapy to deal with some personal grievances. Things were going well until at 2:48 p.m. The therapist I was seeing had her heel snapped mid-session, and she physically assaulted me with her breasts. It was such a horrendous ordeal, Your Honor. And I'm suing Sinho Therapy for the irreparable emotional damage that they have caused me. I see. That's quite the compelling case you have there. Ramon slams his fist against the table. Oh, hello, Daddy Ramon. Oh, I know this is not a good time to simp for you considering we are getting sued, but those fangs, though, yeah.
Damn it! Her case against us is airtight. We cannot possibly win against that.
Ramon's panic is infectious, but I had to keep my head down about it. Well, we have to try, don't we? If we don't, you're going to lose everything. You're right, Yui. We can't give up. No matter how impossible this case looks. Well, defense, do you have anything to say for yourselves?
Quick, think on your feet.
Aw, oh, god damn it. He literally just said tell him Naegi to me. This is literally a tell him Naegi. God damn it.
We have some evidence of our own, but it's not much. Mostly just the video recording of her session from a distance.
Listen, dude, I played enough Danganronpa to defend the case. I got this. I'm basically a lawyer. From this view, it kind of just looks like the client was getting a little handsy, but could also be that her heels were just worn down. It really could be either way, couldn't it? I don't have all day. Make your arguments, defense. I only have one chance at this. Gotta make it count. How do I refute Camilla's account? The prosecution was getting handsy with the therapist. The therapist's heels worn down. I'm gonna save here just in case. I think the first one is the good call, because if I say the second one, then they're gonna think that like Ramon doesn't really take care of his strippers. I mean, the therapist, and he doesn't provide them with good shoes, and that's gonna look bad on his part. So I'm just gonna assume it's the first thing. Objection! Your Honor, I'd like to present to the court this video of the event in question. Very well, present this evidence to the court. Air rolls a retro-looking TV and VHS player on a dolly stand, and the video begins to play. As you can see here, the prosecution was getting far too handsy with the therapist, which was interfering with their job. Hey, yeah, you've got rules against this kind of behavior. Well, this is a compelling argument from the defense. This is definitely a point against the prosecution. Gerd, this case isn't over yet. Is that all the defense has for its case? Not even close, Your Honor. I'm just getting started. Now, the prosecution claims that they received horrific emotional trauma from being struck in the face by our therapist's breasts. However, I can prove that this is not the case. Oh, this ought to be good. Please do tell, what proves that Camilla didn't receive emotional trauma? How can I prove Camilla didn't suffer any emotional damage? There's no way that fall could harm anyone, because breasts are soft and warm. I'm assuming, this one. Let's take a look at the distance there is between the stage and where Camilla was sitting. There couldn't have been more than 2 feet between the two of them. So when did she have time to receive any real trauma? You absolute brutes, ganging up on a defenseless lady in her time of need. Would the prosecution care to elaborate on that point? Your Honor, I was at this therapy clinic for some very deeply rooted personal traumas. Traumas that involve people falling on top of me. Excuse me. I thought it was overcoming that pain, but she brought them all rushing back in an instant with their careless actions. This is quite serious indeed. Ooh, I think I did a fucky wucky. I am afraid I'm going to side with the prosecution on this one. Oh, you can't be serious.
Ay, dear Lucifer.
Well, we have to respect the decision at this point. Traumas are no laughing matter after all, and they deserve to be respected, except for mine, because that's how I deal with my trauma, by laughing at it. Well, I'd normally agree. I'm pretty sure she just made that one up on the spot to put us in a pinch. It's too much of a risk to call her out on it, though, because if she really does have trauma, then we'll only make things worse, and we really will be the assholes. Damn it, you're right. We'll get her into next round, though, for sure. We have to. Well, it seems we're nearing the end of the deliberation on the case here. I think I've seen enough to make a decision. Hold it right there, Your Honor. Oh, do you have more to say? There's been a key detail I've been holding back on the slam dunk this case. Uh-oh, I don't like the sound of that. And it's a simple fact that when I went into sit-out therapy, I requested a therapist that had bare minimum G-cup breasts, and I was given a therapist with B-cups. Hey, what's wrong with B-cups? I have B-cups. I mean, I have C-cups. C-cups. I totally have C-cups. Yeah, I have the biggest boobs in the world. Yep, my titties are so huge. Yeah. Horrified cats filled the courtroom at a revelation. Murmurs whispering around the gallery as all eyes turned to Ramon. What? All of our busty girls were busy, and she was demanding to be seen right away. This is a very serious grievance to be levying. Defense, do you have anything to say for yourselves? Well, it was a good try, but we're officially hosed. Thanks for trying, Yui. No, I refuse to accept that this is where things end. Well, it doesn't sound like the defense has any objections to the prosecution's claims. If that's all there is to say, then I'm ready to make my judgment. Hold it! Sorelachigayo! Your Honor, we do have something to say for ourselves. Something that'll blow the prosecution's case wide open. Oh, do tell then. Your Honor, the prosecution's case rests on the entire fact that they received a subpar service from Ramon's establishment. They claim both that the therapist's fall caused emotional trauma stemming from the fact that she had a smaller bust than they requested. Let me see here. Small breasts are just as amazing as large breasts. Faye could provide comfort with her own chest. Flat as justice. I slam my hands down hard against the bench. Everything rides on this. I can't let Ramon down now. Your Honor, the prosecution has been denying an absolute truth that resonates within all of us. And that is the simple fact that small breasts are just as amazing as large breasts. My goodness. Whoa, I haven't even thought about that. I think my sister just heard what I just screamed out, and now she's like, what the fuck? This is the pain of still living at home when you're streaming. You can't be serious. The gallery's on my side. The court is filled with excitement over my declaration, so much so that Faye has to bang her gavel again to restore order. This is quite the bold claim you're making, defense. Do you have any evidence to prove it? Yeah, just look at my tits! This is it. It's do or die. I have to prove to the court that it doesn't matter the size of your breasts, if they're soft and comforting. And to prove this, I'm going to shove Ramon's face into my chest? Even Faye can provide comfort with her own chest. The prosecution was sexually aroused at the time. Who even goes to a strip club for therapy anyway? I think we all know which one I'm gonna choose. Without even thinking it though, I reach over and grab Ramon's face before shoving him face first into my bust. Behold, comfort! A shocked gasp escapes from across the courtroom as my bull nose, with Ramon being the most surprised of them all. Oh, he's blushing! Breasts of all sizes are warm and soft, and provide comfort beyond what anyone could possibly imagine. Right now, Ramon, despite being in a high-stake courtroom filled with drama, is in the most comfortable state in his life. Well, is this true, Ramon? Are you feeling comfort right now? I can't believe I am literally letting a demon daddy put his face into my boobs in a fucking trial. Oh my god. The voice actor really had a lot of fun with this, I'm betting. Well, it seems the evidence speaks for itself now, doesn't it? This is an utter farce of a trial! Faye slams her gavel once more, bringing an end to any further arguments on the case. I think I've heard enough from both sides of the case to make a decision.
In the case of Camilla versus Sinho Therapy, the court finds the defense
not guilty! Yippee!
Although it is true that Camilla's therapist fell on her during her time at Sinho Therapy, the prosecution was unable to turn up sufficient evidence to prove any real and lasting trauma had occurred. As such, Camilla must give Sinho Therapy 300,000 credits in reparations for wasting Ramon's time.
And Faye's. Well, shoot. Court is now dismissed. And with one last set of her gavel, Faye officially declared an end to court. We did it! I knew playing Danganronpa enough would get me into, his bed. Well, hopefully soon. With the large puff of smoke, the courtroom backdrop vanishes in an instant with Faye, and we're back to the strip club as normal. You did it, Yui. You really did it. I didn't know I had it in me. It did get a little dicey at some points, but you pulled it through in the end. I couldn't be more proud of you. He's proud of me. And don't think I forgot about that dramatic maneuver you pulled out there in court. I'm not letting that one go for a long time. Good. I don't want you to. Just, you can stay in my breasts if you want to. Yeah, well, you shouldn't, cause Titty will always be soft and warm. World cruel and dark, Titty soft and warm. Even though the two of us seem a little flustered over the physical fiction that was put on display, we don't seem to mind the clearly building tension in the air. Just as we were talking, someone surprisingly suddenly showed up. I'll admit my surprise with you two. It's pretty rare for me to lose a case around here. Camilla? Oh great, it's the ruinous bitch who comes to complain about losing. Seriously? You just lost your case. Don't tell me you're here to stir up more trouble. On the contrary, I want to congratulate you two. Normally, unorthodox methods in court usually just get the case either thrown out or declared an instant loss for you, but you two managed to pull it off. That deserves some of my respect. Wait, really? You do know you're still banned from cynotherapy, right? As she should be. No amount of congratulations is going to make me forget that you just tried to sue us out of business, and you grabbed one of the dancers without her consent or permission. Nothing personal there, sweet cheeks. Suing people for all their worth tends to be my main business practice down here. You were just up on the chopping block this week. I guess I shouldn't be surprised these types of people continue to exist in hell. They certainly were making it to Utopia with that attitude. In any case, I'll just go ahead and transfer over the credits and be on my way. Doesn't take long for Camille to transfer over her losses from the court case to Ramon. She doesn't even seem fazed at losing 300k credits.
Ay, dear Lucifer.
That was just a drop in the bucket for you, wasn't it? It sure was. She winks at Ramon with a girly giggle. Hey! Step up a man, bitch! With the work done, she turns around and walks off, waving at us as she goes. See you two later. I swear, you meet all types down here. I guess you weren't kidding when hell was a lot like Earth then. Well, enough drama then. What do you say you and I go out to eat to celebrate our victory on me? Is he asking me out on a date? That sounds wonderful. Despite all the ups and downs, that was how Ramon and I won our first court case together. And it was after that day that the two of us started spending a lot more time together. And it started with us trying to get my death report, but day after day something would come up, and we just hang out. There were a lot of days where we just ended up stuck sitting in a car together for hours, hoping traffic would clear up enough for us to get to the place before it closed. But of course, we'd always make it just there after it closed.
Did you know that all of our roads are modeled after Interstate 5 in California?
That would explain why traffic is horrendous every day. And even if traffic was light, we would make it to the office on time. It would be closed for another reason.
Alright, it's Independence Day. I almost forgot.
Oh well, wanna go get burgers and be degenerates like Lucifer would want?
I would love nothing less.
Yes, sir! And some days, we just forgot to even try. Daddy, I got 5th place in my gymnastics competition! Let's go! I'm so proud of you, child!
Orale! I knew you could do it!
Way to go, mijo. Daddy? Yes? Can you just call me Mija instead? Aww! Ramon then picked up Ariel off the ground and spun her into a hug. Okay, so she's a she, her now. Okay. I'm happy for her. Aww. Way to go, Mija. That's my little princessa. I guess I know what we're having for dinner tonight.
Chilaquiles!
Aww. One day, we'll get my death report. I'd still like to know how I died, but for the time being, I'm just enjoying every day here in hell. Wait, is that it? Oh, okay, there's more. It's been about 4 months since Ramon and I started spending as much time together as we could. Every day I wake up being greeted by Ramon's handsome face. It's kind of nice, actually. Then we eat, chat, and either start making our way over to the Senatoman and Social Services office, or we get caught up in some sort of wacky hijinks for a day. I thought that said making out, and I'm just like, ayo? Usually we get caught up in the wacky hijinks. But it was after all that time that the two of us found ourselves sitting at the kitchen table having breakfast as usual that I realized something. Hey, Ramon? Do we have plans for today? No, not really. And Irene is taking care of Ariel for the rest of the week, right? Yeah, though she would always call if Ariel gets to be too much. And the traffic reports say that the crowds have made their way to the Gluttony Circle to try out the new Hellscape coaster that opened up, right? Don't tell me you want to ride that thing too. I mean, I want to ride something else, you know what I'm saying? Twitch, please don't ban me. We should have left hours ago if that was the case. No, I was thinking the roads would likely be clear going the other way. So we should probably head over to the social services and get my death report uninterrupted. Huh. You know, you're probably right. And if we left soon, we could probably avoid hitting any wacky shenanigans until later in the day. That makes sense. What do you say? Want to go for it? Ramon seems pensive for a moment, looking for his breakfast before letting out a sigh and smiling at me. Sure thing, Corino. Let's get going. That seems to be the end of the conversation, apparently. We don't even bother to clean up after ourselves. We just head on out the door. I suppose we can always clean up when we get back. Just as I had thought, the roads were relatively empty. There was still traffic, but everyone was moving at a decent pace for once. We'd easily be able to make it to the offices with time to spare. The car ride over to the building is surprisingly quiet. Not even the radio is playing. It's eerily silent in the car as we drive, and it doesn't seem either of us really want to break the ice. A half hour later, the two of us find ourselves parked in front of the Senatoment and Social Services building with plenty of time to spare. Well, here we are. Not to jinx or anything, but this has been surprisingly painless. You're right. You're totally going to jinx it. Let me guess. I'm guessing a fucking dinosaur or something's gonna pop up and destroy the entire building, thus destroying my record. I don't know. Something like that's gonna happen knowing, like, this game and how random it is. Oh, hush. Come on. Let's head inside. Two of us start heading inside, but it feels like we're not even 20 seconds out of the car when I hear something crash behind me.
Ay, chingado! Oh, my leg! Oh, my leg! I tripped on the parking block and busted up my shin! Ay! I need your help! Ayúdame! Ay!
Ugh, Ramon, you're lucky I fucking love you. At this point, I'm just gonna have to, like, fucking use my, like, what little strength I have to just carry him into the building. I look down at the ground, it seems Ramon somehow managed to trip himself and is now clutching his knees, making all kinds of pathetic sounding noises. Oh, or, he's probably faking it, so I could probably stay. I mean, it's not like I have a choice, but still. He probably likes having me around, doesn't he? I can't help but roll my eyes with how overly dramatic Ramon is being. Come on, Ramon. I know by now that demons heal way faster than humans do. Besides, you get priority in the revival queue, remember?
Oh, you remembered.
Now stop goofing off and let's get inside. But me leg. I'll carry you if I have to. I can't help but let out a sigh at Ramon's childish antics. Reluctantly, I go over and help him stand up, and it's a slow, dragging walk into the building. Okay, so he wasn't faking it. Because I thought he was faking it because, like, he doesn't want me to leave his place, so, I don't know. That's just me playing too many Ultimate games. With Ramon's little act, it takes a little bit longer to get inside than I'd like. I even have to delicately get him sitting in a chair before I can finally walk over to the receptionist's desk. Hello, I'd like to. I'm about to make the request for the necessary paperwork when I'm shocked silent. The receptionist is... Oh, aren't you a familiar face? Oh! It's you! With the titties! What are you doing here? It's called a job. You could benefit from one yourself, you know. Hey! I have a job! This is my job! Well, one of my jobs. But it's my side job. It's not that. I just thought that, you know, you sue people for your job. Yes, well, I've been a bit of an unlucky streak as far as that's gone. You weren't the first case I lost, but it seems I've lost some of my touch in court. That, or they're getting wise to my antics. Either way, it seems like it was time for me to start looking for more serious work if I didn't want to start ended up going flat broke, so here I am. That's, I won't say good to hear, but something feels wrong about that. Either way, I'm not really sure how to respond to Camilla at the moment. It's not a big deal, sweet cheeks, just business as usual in hell. You either adapt with your luck or get kicked to the curb. That's one way to put it. But as much as I adore talking about myself, and I do adore it, how can I help you today? Alright, I want to request a copy of my death report. Not a problem, I just need you to fill out some paperwork for me. Camilla reaches into a cabinet behind her and pulls out several forms that she hands over for me. I glance them over, but it's mostly just asking for basic information and proof of ID. I thought it was gonna be like a mountain of like paper, like I don't know, like we're at the fucking DMV. But wait, the DMV is in purgatory, that's right. Once I have everything filled in, I hand everything back to Camilla. Very good, go ahead and take a seat. I'll call you once your report is ready. I give Camilla a nod to make my way back over to where Ramon is. As I sit down, I can't help but glance around the rest of the room. It's surprisingly quiet in the waiting room, which isn't too surprising given that only a few other demons seem to be scattered about waiting like this. The silence is occasionally broken with the sound of musty old magazine pages being flipped as a client demon scans the contents of the page more than actually reading it. Seems old magazines in waiting rooms is a universal constant even in hell. Glance over at Ramon, who is unusually quiet. Why is he sad? Oh, he doesn't want me to leave, does he? He doesn't look very comfortable, though. It's pretty obvious he's trying to hide how he's feeling. You okay? I try to catch him off guard with the question, though he clearly forces a smile onto his face. Of course I'm fine. Why wouldn't I be? Well, you're not exactly being your normal self for one thing. Usually you'd be cracking a joke or doing some sexy flirtation with me, so it's pretty easy to tell when you're off your game. Have I really become that readable by now? Sorry to break the news to ya. Ramon chuckles at that. He's amused with how close we've gotten, but that same sentiment is what caused him to sigh a moment later. I guess I'm just nervous. The last few weeks have been some of the best I've ever had. I guess I'm just scared that us actually finishing this little quest of yours means that, well, this will be it. You'll have what you need, and we'll go our separate ways. No, I want to stay! You don't exactly need an escort or guide through hell anymore. I guess I haven't really thought about it that way. Most of the humans I've helped end up doing just that. It's not that there's animosity between us, just once you find your place in hell, it's easy to grow distance and move on to the new life you forged for yourself. And all the wayward souls I met, I spent the most time with you. Oh, Ramon! I'm gonna cry. I don't want to leave him. I don't want to leave my boy. Not my boy, my husband. My future husband. Ramon's words give me pause as I consider them. I'm not entirely certain how to respond. I give it some thought. I'm sticking around. Not even gonna save, of course. I'm sticking around. Oh, Yui. Before I can actually give a response, my thoughts are interrupted by the voice of the receptionist. I've got your death report right here. Apologies for the wait. No worries. I glance nervously over at Ramon, who gives me a comforting smile and ushers me forward. Go ahead. It's what you've been questing for, right? Besides, I'm kind of curious how you died, too. How do you think I feel? I hope it's, like, very in character for me. That'd be funny. He gives me a playful wink at that, and I can't help but give a smirk in return. Oh. I'm guessing the artist had a lot of fun drawing that one. This time I'm actually looking at the titties, because that's all I can see. But surely, y'all had a lot of fun drawing this one, haven't you? I make my way back over to the receptionist desk where Camilla's holding out a vanilla envelope for me. Part of me is nervous to look at the death report. It feels like I could use a distraction from my own thoughts. Should I respectfully look at cleavage? Read the report. I'm just gonna respectfully look at cleavage. My eyes wander up a little bit from the vanilla envelope to stare deeply into Camilla's voluptuous cleavage. It's genuinely impressive how well her strict shirt is able to hold in those mountains. You're so soft and pliable, and seems to move with every breath she takes. Y'all had fun with this one too. My god. The way she has the top button undone, so her massive cleavage is still for everyone to see. Amazing. I know I'm a sight to behold, but take your envelope already. I'm broken from my distraction by her voice and quickly shake my head. Right, now's not the time for distractions. I've come this far, it's time to take the final step. Yui was murdered by a family member for her inheritance. What inheritance? What inheritance? I'm a broke bitch. I have no money. Clearly that family member was an idiot because I'm a broke bitch. I'm poor. By the way, if you want to make me not poor, it's up to me. I just read how I died. I read it again just to make sure I read everything right. Oh, how dramatic. I love that. I can't say I feel the same way about it. If you're looking for payback, I know a few demons who can send a curse or two their way for the right price. I feel like that's a Hell of a Boss reference, but I highly doubt that's a Hell of a Boss reference because they don't do curses, they just do actual killing. I shake my head at Camilla, but I can't help but feel a sense of relief wash over me. I finally know how I died, and it feels like a weight I had forgotten about was lifted off my shoulders. Knowing how I died doesn't change my situation at all, but it does bring a sense of closure. My mortal life came to an end, and I know how and why. Now I can look forward to the life that is ahead of me. Here. I blink as my thoughts are interrupted, and I glance down to see Camilla extending a business card my way. You kinda look like you've got the whole lost puppy thing going on around here. If you ever want to stop bumming with your friend and get a real job, hit me up sometime. A real job, like working a desk job for social services? Pays pretty well given what we have to deal with here. No, I want to be a therapist. I want to be a stripper therapist. Can I please be a stripper therapist? Like, does hell here have, like, I mean, they do have school for, like, the kids. But do they have college so I can, like, be, like, a therapist and, like, be a stripper? Because I want to be that. That's going to be my arc. But I've got other connections, too. You never know where your options may lead. Okay, that's great. But I still want to be a therapist stripper. And I already have my stripper name. It's Titty Sprinkles. I look at the card and give it some thought. Just pocketing it out of curiosity. I'll give it some thought. See that you do. I make my way back over to Ramon, who's waiting for me by the front door now. He looks ready to leave. Well, mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. There's an awkward moment where the two of us are just standing there, staring at each other. Ramon seems to be straining himself to put a good face. Forces a smile onto his face as he lifts his hands up in a wave.
Well, it was fun while it lasted.
It can still be fun! Let me stay with you! But let me share a bed with you. God damn it, I love you! Let me wake up and just be smothered in your titties. Man, I wish that was an option in the court case. Instead of, like, smothering him in my titties, I wish I could have smothered myself in his titties. Just saying. Like, you know, like, that meme with, like, the two people, but it's, like, the scrawnier guy, like, forcing himself into, like, the bigger guy's titties? That's me. That's me. That's me with Ramon.
Hope you have a good time in hell.
I will, because I'll be staying in your bed. With those words, Ramon starts making his way out. I'm stunned at the sudden reversal and attitude from Ramon after everything that happened. It left me frozen in place as he left me on my own, unsure what to do. I chose to go after him! Seems like Ramon thinks I want to part ways with him now that I have my death report. I ponder, if only for a moment, whether or not I even want to part ways with someone I've spent almost all my time with down here in hell. A lot of it were failed attempts to find out how I died, but can't really call it time wasted when I had so much fun going through them with Ramon. I didn't need to think a second more when I saw Ramon's hand touch the exit door handle, and I bolted to catch up to him. My hand crossed around his wrist, and Ramon stopped dead in his tracks, looking down at me surprised. What are you doing? Ramon. I like you, dumbass! Hey, it's just like me, for real! I said that loud so that it echoed throughout the office lobby. People were turning their head toward us. My face burned hotter and brighter as if it ever had. The same could be said for the dumbfounded look Ramon gave. I need some air. Ramon turned his body back toward the door, only this time he dragged me along with him through it. Okay, good. Good. I think it was gonna, like, leave me there and then. Because after all I've been through with him... We're out on the steps of the SAS offices, and Ramon had us tucked into the corner of the front entrance. No one on the streets could see or hear us as Ramon stood in front of me with a frazzled but serious look in his eye. He almost started the scene back there. I'm sorry, I got a little ahead of myself. It's just that... I pursed my lips and swallowed up my throat. I really like you, Ramon. You're naturally charming and flirtatious with me, which makes me feel wanted and all, but you aren't just the sexy persona you put out there. You have a soft spot that comes out just not when you're around Aria, but with me as well. Otherwise, you wouldn't have stuck with me for so long after how much of a hassle it's been to get my death report. Only, it hasn't actually been a hassle, not for me in the slightest. These past few months have been the best moments of my afterlife. I've done so many absurd and bizarre adventures here in hell. JoJo reference. But ever since I got here, I've been waking up every day excited because I get to face it with you. You're my friend, dumbass. You think I'm going to abandon you after all we've been through? I didn't friend zone him, right? Because I don't want to friend zone him. I want to love zone him. I want to marry him. We literally went to court together. And won. And won! And I don't want to experience something crazy like that without you to back me when I need it the most. Whether it be as my friend or something more. I would be happy to just keep you in my life. Ramon just stood there, taking everything I had to say to him and still remained silent well after. He sighed with a frown and scratched at the back of his neck nervously.
It's funny.
Oh,
I feel the same way about you too.
Hey yo, we're getting some! Let's go, boys! Woo!
That's why I don't want to mess up what we have. My last marriage, we took things way faster than we should have. I proposed after 2 months of dating. The wedding was after another 2, and we had Ariel the following year.
Oh! Oh, honey.
After so long of denying myself love as a human for religious reasons, I just fell head over heels for the first person I felt a spark for.
His faith? I thought about bringing it up, but I wanted to let him finish speaking.
And ever since the day you first came to hell, I've had nothing but sparks for you. No, It's like a fire, actually. A fire I've been letting build up for months and months, and now it's this uncontrollable inferno of burning desire that I can't sleep at nights.
Oh, yeah, I feel the same way too, bud.
I thought I could put it out, save myself the heartache by leaving you first, but I had to fight every single bone in my body from turning back and begging for you to stay with me.
My god, this fucking voice actor. He put so much heart into it. God damn.
To never leave me.
Oh.
Just like my God did. Just like Irene did.
His shoulders shook as he cried so many tears he had been holding back for only Lucifer knows how long. Tears of loneliness, tears of pent-up sorrow, tears for everyone he has loved. Oh, he has abandonment issues just like me, bitch. He just like me for real. Tears for me. I rubbed at his bicep reassuringly and smiled warmly at him. I brought him in for a hug, patting at his head soothingly as he cried into my neck. I understand, and I want you to know that I feel the same. Maybe not as strongly as you do, but it's enough that I can say, I love you, Ramon. You don't know about the things I've done. And since I committed to wind up down here. Listen! I'm a Twitch streamer! I know what sins are! And much how like you didn't want to see how I died, even though it was the original reason you wanted to help me, I don't need to know either. It's hell. I never assumed you'd be as pure as a priest. Ramon laughed bitterly at that. And you don't need to be either. Because I love the Ramon who's before me right here, right now. So I'm willing to take this as slow as it needs to be so we don't end up hurting each other. Ramon's arms finally wrapped around my back as he nuddled his head against my own after slowing the lump in his throat. I'd like that. I'd like it a lot. He broke the hug and planted his lips on my oh, let's go! We kissed the demon daddy! I love him! I love him! God, this is blooming panic all over again. And this is our life forever and always all over again. The kiss never gets old. Like, when you first get smooched in a dating sim, it never gets old for me. Probably because I'm a lonely bitch, but it just never gets old. God damn. It was a long but chaste kiss, and I could feel our mutual adoration for each other spill out the longer we held it. Once the kiss was over, our lips parted, but we still held each other in an embrace. I'd never seen a more genuine smile on Ramon's face than the one he had for me in that moment. So, we still got the rest of the day to burn. Uh-huh. You thinking what I'm thinking? What am I thinking? You, me, a steamy bedroom, dinner and a 4D movie. Let's go catch that roller coaster. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna... You sure this isn't a little fast after just getting together? Listen. We're in hell. Who the fuck cares? Ramon, we have been fucking since the day I moved in with you. Now you're being modified. Wait. We've been fucking? Wait. We've been fucking this entire time? And I didn't know that? No. No. You mean I was getting action and I didn't realize it? God damn, this is hell. Because I was getting action and I didn't even know that. You're right. You picked me up bridal style. Ooh, smooth. There's a love hotel right across the street from here. Where isn't there? Either way, I'm going. The fucking growl gets me every time. I'm sorry. It's the fucking growl. It gets me every time. Either way, I'm going to. He whispered just what he was going to do with me in my ear, and it made my face burn up in flustered excitement. Ramon chuckled deeply at my reaction, and Jay walked us across the street to the Love Hotel, causing some of the traffic to swerve around us as to not hit us. Listen, jaywalking should just be a thing. It's hell. Ugh, what a bad boy. But I love him. Just like what we said, we took things slow. Or at least as slow as we could. We were already living together after all, and the best way to know if you are compatible with someone is to live with them long enough without ripping each other's throats. And even once we became official, our home life didn't change much besides the fact that Ramon and I are now sharing a bed. Yes! Let's go! Finally get to sleep in a bed besides sleeping with him. Let's go! I will say though, sleeping in the bed with someone else is pretty great, especially when Ramon is such a big cuddler. Didn't even realize I had trouble sleeping until I spent a few nights in bed with him. I got to sleep wrapped in his big arms, feeling loved and adored every night. And in the morning, either him or I wake up to make each other breakfast before one of us leaves for work. And it's the simple things like that every day that make me love him just a little bit more as the endless hell nights go by. Of course, he does like to show his affection towards me in bigger gestures, like getting me gifts and small getaways to other circles of hell close by. I think my first so far has been dinner and gluttony, android expedition and sloth, gambling and greed, concert and envy, sport riding and wrath, orgies and No. No, surely. Surely. I'm polyamorous. Meeting up with other poly swingers in a less circle for a night of hot, sweaty debauchery. Hey yo, polyrep, let's go! I'd say more, but I'll leave it to the imagination just what kind of sins are under the bed sheets in the rest of the room. But in the end, settling back down on the couch with my boyfriend and the occasional visit of my furry stepdaughter is a blessing? X? Whatever. I just know that life is good. And it was only going to get better. Looks like they finally fixed that elevator that takes people from Limbo to here. I don't know the specifics, but I heard a bunch of rats fucked with the wiring on both ends. Rats! Rats! We are the rats! Celebrating nothing but the birthday bash! Ramon, it's your birthday, probably not today. Cake and ice cream is on its way. And Ramon, you haven't really been a good boy this year. Open up your gifts while we all cheer. Considering those are powered by techno magic, I think that'd be pretty difficult, but I'm not one to pry into Slock Technician's nerd shit. It's fucking magic, who cares? Not me, haha.
It is what it is.
It works, it's all I need to know. With the elevator running again, I've been called to head down to see what's up and pick up any cells that I can do on my way back.
Ay, dear Lucifer.
Since the way here has been inoperable, I bet some real bad shit must have gone down back in Limbo, and people are desperate to come to hell. I hope that's not the case. By the way, I don't see why you had me tag along since I don't have permission to travel between here and there like you or Faye. Ramon's usual charismatic smile melted into a softer one, and he seemed a little nervous.
Well, that's because today marks the 1-year anniversary since you came to hell.
Hey, yo!
And 1 year ago today, since you came into my life.
Aww. Aww. I need a minute. I need a minute. I need a minute. I need a minute. Okay, I did not expect that, not gonna lie. My god. Wait, why is he getting down on one knee?
Will you spend the rest of the afterlife with me?
Fuck yeah, let's do it! In his hands he held a small box that when opened revealed a ring with above modestly sized diamond ring. I could feel the heat rising to my face along with tears already overflowing at the corner of my eyes as I gasped at the sight of it all. My heart swelled with love for the man before me and there's no way I could say anything but yes. Yippee! The hotel lobby gave me a round of applause as Ramon slipped the ring onto my finger, picked me up, and kissed me with all the love in the 7 circles. I guess this technically means I'm gonna be a MILF now, considering Ariel's gonna be my stepdaughter, but I'm fine with being a MILF if it means I get to marry him. I laughed and we broke the kiss. At least he waited a year this time before popping the question. That's a new record, a record that I'll hopefully never need to break. You won't, I promise. It's a deal then. If you asked me at the beginning whether I'd give myself to a demon, I'd call you crazy. No, I would. Listen, I would give myself to a demon. Listen, I'm a demon fucker, and I'm not ashamed to say that. Today I just did that. And despite the insanity of the statement, I'm glad I went to hell. Yippee! I beat the game! I mean, I only did like one of the routes, but I did it! Yay! This was so freaking cute! God. This game had a lot of thought into it, and I fucking loved it. I'm for sure gonna play like the rest of the routes because I love like all the other characters, but I think I'm gonna do that off stream because I just wanted to do Ramon's like route on stream. Again, huge shout out to Arrow, also known as Resident Rabbit here, for making this game along with Stamer's mod. Support the game. It's only $7 and give it a 5-star rating. It's good and it needs more love, and I want more content of this game. And I want an 18+ patch in this game. Just kidding. You don't have to do that. I'll just leave that to my imagination. This game was had a lot of thought and love into it. And I'm glad I was able to like follow along like throughout the years of making it. Like, y'all have, like, come, like, a long way. My god. Like, back on, like, when I was, like, first seeing, like, development on Tumblr, which was, like, 2018 or 19, I believe. It was a long time ago. I'm glad I get to play it now.